Okay, so let's tweak this main stab sound here, and we are going to go to our audio effects and select another instance of our doubler, or just pick that one from below here and drag it on there. Also, I kind of want to compress that sound a little bit, so let's use another compressor and play it in solo. Ratio up. Take the doubler off for a second. Go to this view, pull down the threshold. No makeup gain for now. If you don't know how this compressor works, we're putting a video explaining it into the back of this course. Well, let's put the output up here and try to compare. So with the compression, you're just getting a more evened out dynamic of the sound, and you're actually, those tail parts get more audible. And I kind of like that. So keep it at an output of 9 and a threshold of -40 and, ratio of 5. Go to the doubler. That doesn't sound good yet. Let's put the left delay to 25 and the right one to 16. And the right filter up to 2.5 and the left one down somewhere around the same area, and pan it out a bit further. Now, of course, we also need a Toro style reverb. Drive it down. Diffusion up. Cool. And let's EQ that thing a little further with an EQ8 before the reverb. And let's kind of pick some interesting part. Oh yeah, this one here. So I kind of like this upper clicky noise here. This transient is super cool and will help us cut through the mix with that sound. Okay, we also have those ping pong delays here, or yeah, that's a usual normal delay, and this is a ping pong delay. So let's use this ping pong delay and pull it up. Nice. Putting it in a bit louder. Maybe a bit less here. And maybe a little less compression here. So pull down the ratio to 4. So it shouldn't be too long. maybe we can tweak the EQ a little further here. A bit more Q. I'm taking off a little bit around 500. So it's a bit clearer. And for a later part, we're quickly going to make a copy of that thing. So I'm duplicating it now. And that copy will be playing without a reverb. And I'm going to call this chord stab. Why? I don't know, there's no chord inside, but let's quickly call it chord stab. Okay, and that one will totally exaggerate the high frequencies here and put up the gain a bit less in those frequencies here, around 800. And we are cutting and put in an auto filter, which will be automated later. High pass. And also take down the compression. It should be sharper. Almost not using the compressor anymore, but what we have to do with both those sounds is put in a sidechain compressor. We haven't done that yet, so I'm dragging in another, well, no, you know what, we are copying it again from our bass in that case, and copy that one onto this main track behind our reverb. So we're also sidechaining the reverb tail, but not that heavily. This should do it, and do the same thing here on the second one as well in the end. Okay, so now we have our main stabs created here. We have a bit of a background pad playing along subtly, and we have our bass sounds. We can drag those longer with the click as well. So we used our pipe instrument rack and created low cuts and a bit of compression. And we are then applying a doubler effect. Just sounds a bit fuller that way. And afterwards we are tweaking to get the transient cut through a bit better. And we're taking off those lower parts to not mess up too much of our frequency spectrum. And then we are going on with the Tara verb. And we're adding a bit of depth to the sound, and behind all that we are sidechaining, because if we sidechain before, we're getting reverb tails over our kicks again, and we kind of want to avoid that.